Alright, now we're ready to start with our second project folder of the year. This is the video of my favorite things project folder. I'm going to copy the name from here on week 7. Go to my OneDrive folder, and this time I'm going to right click and choose new folder. You can see there's lots of ways of doing this. I'm going to paste that in there, and now when I click on name, you're going to see that our second project folder is right underneath our first one. The rest of them through the year are going to sort right underneath that because we're using the date code. Now inside of this folder, we're going to make a special folder that has all of our assets in it. So let's go back to our week 7 and copy my favorite assets. So these are the things that we're actually going to import into Premiere. We go back to File Explorer. And again, new folder. My favorite assets is where we're going to paste everything that's inside the first project folder. We spent a lot of time locating, editing, and creating our own titles. So I think the best way to do this is going to be just copy everything. Control-C, copy, go to My Favorite Assets, and paste those in here. That way we don't miss anything. And in fact, now we're going to delete what we don't need. So to make sure that I can see everything, I'm going to go to More and make sure Dimensions is visible and Comments is visible. So let's see, Comments and Dimensions. Should be getting pretty good at this by now. In fact, bringing dimensions over and expanding the comments. All right, so we know we only need the most recent version of our titles. So if you have several of those, find the one that's the most recent. Maybe even open it up and make sure everything is in there that you need. But I'm going to go back up to number 1. I only have one number 1, but I have 1, 2, 3 number 2s. That's Guam. I don't need the Photoshop file. And I don't need the original here. I know this is the original because the other one is edited. I have number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. I got number 7 here. I can delete the Photoshop file and keep the edited one, but look, I'm missing the comments there. I forgot to get that one. So click on the one that has the comments, copy, and go to your new edited version and paste. Now I can delete this one. Number 8 edited, so I don't need the original. I don't need the Photoshop file. Pressing delete. I've got number 9 edited. Again, there's my URL. Make sure that you put that in the new version of that that's got your Photoshop levels and vibrance adjustments. Now I can get rid of the original horror and Photoshop. Certainly don't need the essay. That's not going to be imported. And there's my one Photoshop file that I should have, which is my titles for my favorite things. And these are the 4 PNGs. Might as well bring them into Premiere as well. We'll set those aside when we're in Premiere and try and do something a little nicer with the Photoshop layers, but they're there just in case we want to take it easy, just put them in place and not worry about any animation with the titles. So this folder should be empty except for the My Favorite Assets, and My Favorite Assets should have a very stripped down version of this. And unfortunately, OneDrive tends to reset that, going back to details again. So you should be pretty good at taking care of that, making sure they're all there. In fact, for a grade, you're going to give me a snip of your My Favorite Assets. So I'll show you how to do that next. Again, putting the comments in there.